Hey YouTube, this is Wheelchair21, and this is, well, what should I say? It's finally the review. It's the review that I've had for about, I don't know, a year that I've been holding off on doing. It is the Souchaku Henshin series, ToysRus Exclusive, Kamen Rider Den 5 form set. Uh, the box, I'm sorry about the glare. I'm only going to display the box shortly just because there's a little bit of mentionable things. First of all, it comes with all four base forms that he uses, including the platform. Um, each of them show, displayable stuff, shows that the armor is chromed out, unlike the regular toy editions where only the thing to be chromed out is the little belt buckle, and the rest is now all pure chrome, in a sense. The armor piece is chrome painted. The platform originally was exclusive only to the Momotaro set, and this set as well. This set went for about 5,000 yen. I got it for about almost the same exact price due to the conversion rate and shipping fee for brand new. But that's expected since it is slightly a rare item and it is a Toys R Us exclusive toy. Being very cheap to obtain it was pretty well done for me, I would say, in a sense, compared to what other people might try to sell it for on eBay. Each of the box has, like I said, a spot for each of its own components, and here it shows gun form, below it rod form, and it tells you what's their weapons: Dengasher gun, Dengasher rod. It gives you their heights and weights, and the sword form and the axe form and the platform. Each of their weights are about are just a little over or a little under. Their heights are a little over or a little under, I should say, 190 centimeters, and their weights are about a variable between about 85 to 105 kilograms. That's their weight in the show, not their actual toy weight, because hell, if that was that much kilograms, hell, that would be one heavy little Souchaku Henshin. Each form came with like its own little groups of hands when you open up the box. Came with its own section for each of the weapons, and it was a really intriguing thing. I'm just gonna move the thing down to get off the glare, fix the zoom so I can actually display the figure now. Hopefully it works out for your advantage and my own. But and the inside was cool when you had it all filled out. It was a really nice display of the figure and the parts and everything that comes with it and such. I'm gonna just take off my ring so it's easier to show without having a glare off the ring. The parts itself for platform are just a chest plate, a back plate, the belt buckle, and the side parts for the gasher pieces, and kneecaps, which are pretty cool, replaceable kneecaps. If I can recall the regular Souchaku Henshin series, you could pretty much mix and match them, so all of the necessary pieces and equipment are still there. Nothing's changed, except that there's chrome on the other forms. Platform is a favorite form of mine just because it was his weakest form. I would have liked to seen more action with it, but because of the character, he was a weak person, so I understand why there probably wasn't that much action, because he's supposed to be so inexperienced and has all this bad luck about him. So, I mean, the only thing he comes equipped with is the gasher pieces, and in the show, he'd only use sword forms, regular sword, if he needed to. So, anyways, the figure is nice. It's very bland, but it's a nice thing. I've always liked platform just because it's very bland and normal, and it just looks very cool and very sleek and slender. The toy itself, it has great posability. It's pretty much what led up to the SHF, as you can see. Double jointed knees, ball joint foot, double jointed elbow, swiveling shoulder. These can get pretty loose after time playing around with it. Inverted ball joint hands, where the joints are actually on the hand itself instead of going you plugging it onto the joint. The hands that come with it are open like hands for Ore Sanjo, dynamic chop, sword grasping hand, clenching hands, which get worn out really easily, and fisted hands. Fisted. Never mind. I'm not gonna go with that. Anyway, what I was trying to say before I was cut off by my computer making all these noises, well, my aunt's computer. The cool thing about this platform, as I continue, is when I'm removing the parts. Crap, that didn't work right. When I remove the parts, the head itself has no gap on it, where the other toys need the gap to put the mask on. So there's a replaceable head for it, which I hope I don't break this by trying to get it off, because it is a little tight bugger. I usually have to pull it off screen, but I'm gonna try to. Oh, okay, got it. Good. And you plug it right back on its ball joint. Dead! Gasher pieces are falling off. I'm just going to take off the sides of the gasher, and I'll reapply them once I get this on. Yeah, if you heard that pop, that means it's on. If you heard the snap, then you hear me cursing. But you didn't hear me cursing. So, I'm going to take the gasher pieces, and I'm just going to remove all of them because I'm going to have to show you when the gasher pieces are off, they become the weapon. So let's get this going. The small gasher pieces aren't painted unlike its combined forms, its main sword forms. It's just pure little black. I gotta get it in the frame. It's pure black, that's all they are. The little belt buckle is replaceable. And let me start off by putting that in there. Please tell me I removed it. No, I did not remove. Alright. Me being stupid me, didn't bring it out of my figuarts box. My little figuart hand box I keep with me at all times to keep my parts together. I'll show a little quick thing of that. Here's my double pieces, my Ixa and G3, Gills and G3 I should say. This is all just Ixa and Kiva stuff. Swords and weapons, and Decade at the top. And Kabuto mixed in with some other random crap. Yeah, this is going to take a while. Just bear with me, YouTube. This is my third time trying to do this review. Alright, so put the belt buckle in, make sure the T goes to an angle. The back plate, it's pretty cool how it connects. It has a little plug-in, little open-up snap thing, so you want to get this on first before you put on anything else. Plug that into the back, as so. This goes right onto the circle. Then this will come on next, the chest plate, along with the shoulder pads. The shoulder pads, nicely painted, pretty small. They don't stay on real well, because it's just a small... Trying to get it onto the camera itself, it's a little difficult to show. These little pegs here, and you got to try to get a hole matched onto it so it stays on the peg. These things tend to slide off really easily and pop off when moving it around, posing it. The right shoulder is looser than the left, and it tends to fall off a lot easier than the opposite side. You want to then snap the chest plate on front, and what this does is it will then seal around it and lock it into place. Now, it's not complete yet till you snap in the back plate, which is Axe Form's main chest panel, and you're practically done there. All you got to do is then apply the accessories, like reapply the kneecaps, which pop right off. Little joint slot, little slot on them. Throw them off and match them up right. Hopefully you get them in correctly, so they don't look cockeyed or anything. Match it up. Apply the head. You want to apply the top part first. Hook it right down and in, and that's about it. Now, the sword form is probably anyone's favorite form. I mean, everyone loves Momotaro's. He's the coolest Emojin of them all, next to Deneb and Deluxe Robots' favorite Sieg. I don't know why, but he likes Sieg. He wants there to be a movie just based on Sieg. And let's get this into Ore Sanjo. Ah, that's creepy. Thing came off. I am not editing this. Who gives a crap? What the hell? This one is not staying on today. It stays on for me every other day of the week. But nah. Now that it comes review time, it doesn't want to stay on. That's so... Wait, what the... Do I even have the right chest plate? Yeah, I got the right chest plate. Maybe it's just that I haven't used the gun form, and I'm using the gun form body instead of the... Who knows? I do weird stuff sometimes. So, sword form. We're already 10 minutes in. I've been rambling. Sorry. Okay, so sword form. The armor's all chromed out, and it's really nice. The knee pads are not chrome, but just the body for everyone's chromed out. It's my favorite form. I mean, there's nothing special to that. It's the same body, different color pads. The red clashes well with the black and white and the silver. It just goes perfectly together. It's a nice theme. Hell, if I was a wrestler, I would want my wrestling attire, tights, and say jacket that I'd go to the ring to look like sword form or climax form. I've always liked sword form. I've always liked climax form. I've always been in love with Den-O just because of its forms, not really the show in general. I mean, the show was pretty good. Just its ongoing series now with the movies and that is kind of killing the franchise, and it's making it better because Momotaros is like I guess their, I don't know, mascot now, you would say. And the sword, it's really nicely colored, pretty accurate coloring, if I may say so. It's the blue. You have the slight trim of blue, the red in the slots here, the distinguish the sword form. The figure itself, I mean, it's perfect. You really can't say nothing about it because it's just the base form with some armor. It's just that. It's just that. There's nothing more you can really say, and it's my favorite form. And going on from that, to change forms, you just take off the necessary needed armor again. God damn it. Because I didn't take off the chest plate, it's harder to take off the belt. Always remember, if you want to take the belt off, take that off last. You can take the mask off whenever the hell you want. You gotta take the back plate off, unsnap the front. This is like worse than trying to learn how to unhook a bra when you're a teen. It's like, what the hell, man? It's like making out with a chick trying to get busy. You can't get the thing unhooked, and you're like, shit, you lost the edge. And it's like that. It's just like that. Because then the chest plate doesn't want to come off. It's just like that, man. It gives you trouble. Just gives you trouble. It's like that. It's just like a teen. You lose it, man. You just lose the edge because you get frustrated. And that's the problem. When you're working on shit like this, you get frustrated. That's one thing you don't want to do. Get frustrated. So, you just reapply and the stuff. Hell, I could just probably skip over this part. But nah, people bitch if I skip over it, so I'm just going to show it for what it is. Okay, now this time, it's inverted for the body. This goes on the front. The blue armor. Damn it. I always get my angles wrong. Blue on the front, red on the back. So we're making rod form now, and the armor plating, it's technically the back plate of axe, sword, and the front plate of... It's the back plate of sword, front plate of axe, and it becomes the shoulder pads. These actually stay on quite nicer than the other pads I've established that because the pegs are a little bit longer, and they hold the slots into the slots much better for the toy. And also the posability of this form is much nicer than it than I thought it would be. Now to even up the two holes on its freaking breast, which is like its nipple holes, I would like to say, breast holes in a sense because of how you attach this. Clamp it on, make sure it's nice and tight, both sides locked in to each other. Put the breastplate on to the breast armor. And then hook the helmet right in. Oh crap. And you gotta attach the little belt piece. Okay, so it's already 15 minutes in, and I'm trying to get this done. The rod form, it's cool. It's not one of my favorite forms. I mean, in the show it's really nice.
I mean, it looks more like a rabbit turtle thing. I think he was like a rabbit turtle. I'm not too sure. With Uratoros, they say he's something and a turtle and all these things. The sword, I mean the rod, the gash becomes the rod, the fishing rod, and it's really huge. It's pretty long. I mean, it's about the size of a pencil when you first get it. I would say it's pretty huge in a sense. I mean, oh god, the way I have it, it looks like a wang, just like the freaking Kyoto Origami review. I'm just gonna leave it like that. It's gonna be funnier. Just gonna leave it like that. But no, we gotta do the rest of the review. Anyway, the rod form, I actually like the shoulder pads. I just don't really like the helmet that much. The helmet, it just makes me laugh. It's like, is he a rabbit? Is he a turtle? Is he a little bit of both? I mean, we had a turtle-rabbit Imagine. I mean, so is Uratoros the first one, and then they're like just copies of him? I don't really know, but I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, I love the blue. Blue's like my fourth favorite color in a sense. When it comes to just establishing regular black, is like my major color, but anything with black works well with me. I mean, it's cool. I mean, if it's dark blue, like the knee pads are, would work perfectly. I'm more of a purple or red guy when it comes to me wearing black. I don't know why. I think it's just because I like Geki Violet a lot from Geki Ranger. But I don't really like Geki Violet as much as I like RJ from Jungle Fury, its American counterpart. But blue, same thing. Base form, cool form. Love the chrome. Chrome just is beautiful when it's on toys. Just perfect. So I don't bitch about chromed out toys. Removing the armor now. Same way as before. You gotta take the clamps off first and pull off the back, pull off the front. This comes off a whole lot easier than sword forms does. I don't know why, but every time I put sword form in, it gets stuck on the breastplate, taking off the freaking wrong pieces. Don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna speed through this faster and faster and faster. Damn it. Came off. I was afraid I was gonna break that one. Shoulder pieces. I don't know where these shoulder pieces come from. They're like the regular sword form pieces, but then they round out and do some cool shit, and it's like I'm freaking Kintaros now and going into axe form. Just you need to know is that the armor's pretty much the same for some of the forms. It's either you replace the front with the back or the back with the front, and that's how it pretty much went with Den-O. Was like the armor was just interchangeable and did all this weird and wacky shit, and you got 4 forms out of it, well 5 forms when you add in wing. It just did all this weird, amazing, cool ass crap. The knee pads, gonna need those knee pads on. I kind of like looking at the forms without the helmets on, because it's like, hey, maybe he can achieve these forms without even needing to be possessed. It's cool like that. It looks awesome. It looks kind of Power Ranger-y. I like that about Den-O and the toys. When I think about it now, just looking at them again, it's like I sometimes just like messing around with it. It's like, oh hey, it's in between. It's not fully Kintaros, but he's able to use the form. It would have been cool if they could have done that in the show. But then they made that whole stupid liner form. I mean, I like liner forms, just not my cup of tea. Just not my cup of tea. So Kintaros axe form is my second favorite when it comes to the toy form. The sword form and the axe form are my favorite when it comes to toys. They're pretty perfect. They're nice. They're right on. They're perfect. They're just amazing. I just wish it was easier to show you with this camera. It's like, if you just look at the chrome on these, it's perfect. It's beautiful. And I can't really say anything about the toy because the figures are all the same, just different armors put on it. But I can critique the armor. I mean, all I can really say is that when it comes to it, I like all the armors now compared to when they were in their regular dechromed form. I like the toy. It's very posable. It's very SHF-like, and it's nice. I mean, compared to other toys when it's just the grasping hands and it's the, you know, it looks kind of like the Nightcrawler fingers and it has that little screw. I hate those hands. And this toy gave you the option to have a regular, like, SHF grip hand and a regular holding hand. And that's what I love about the toy. I mean, I wish there will be eventually a Den-O SHF, I mean, I'd have to buy all the forms in a sense if they make Climax form, which will make me want to shoot myself. But hey, man, gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta buy some shit, and that's what it's like. But the Chrome forms are awesome. I wish they would have made a Chrome form for the Wing form. It would have been perfect. It would have been amazingly nice. It would be just grand. I would have enjoyed it. It's kind of hard to remove this stuff because, like I said, the shoulders get flimsy, and it gets ridiculous. So now we're finally to the final form of Deno. We're going to replace the hand, put in the gun-holding hand, because they actually gave you a different hand for at least to hold the gun form of the Dengasher. As you can see, the armor's piling up, which means we're almost to our final leg of this review, which is making me happy. Not making me happy that it's taken so long, but it's making me happy. I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. As long as I don't hit the 30 mark, I'm good, I think. So, right already, Koteo Kitanai. So, I'm applying the shoulder pads. I mean, not the shoulder pads, the knees on, like usual. The knees stay the same, just different colors. The belt stays the same, just different colors. Ironically, this is just the sword form armor all over again, just opened up to make like a cannon shield thing. So, let me get this all going. I'm going to take off the dragon. The dragon thing, it's pretty cool. It's like dragon claws, holding orbs, and it's not really chromed out as well as it should be. I mean, there should be more purple in it. I mean, it's more just sword form with just a dragon head on it and purple kneecaps. So I usually take out the breastplate open pieces to get the shield on, because it becomes kind of difficult if you do so. Like I said, these shoulder pads get really loose, so I'm guessing I grabbed the sword form for the gun form shoulders, even though they're about the same figure, and they look like this when you apply them. I didn't show that before, but I did now. So, slide your front plate on. Might be better trying it going invertedly this time. Get the breastplate into the breast holes. Put the back plate on, clamp the back. The back is clamped shut, nice and tight. Put the back plate on. Put, hopefully, the right side on the right side and the left side on the left side. And then you have gun form. But then you need to make sure it's Ryotaros. And I don't think it's Ryotaros yet. Nope, wait, no, wait, nope, nope, not yet, no. And there you go, Ryotaros. Gun form. The figure itself looks pretty, I don't know. Looks like it's pretty breakable. You have the little fans here, little fins here. From what I know, because Darkon has the Ryotaros one, just similar to mine. His is used, mine is brand new. His, looks like it could break. He told me that. We have the same exact Deno 5 set. So Darkon says about these things, they're always flimsy and stuff, breakable on all figures. I knew that when I first saw it. That's why I don't really like the gun form toy. I never really liked the gun form because the shoulder pads right here with the open dragon fang things, dragon claws can get in the way in a battle, and if you think realistically wise. Whereas like the most realistic fighting forms are axe and sword. Those were made for it. Where this is a distant guy, so you can understand why these shoulder pads are like that. Because in a realistic fight, you'd be trying to stay away from your guy, shooting the crap out of him, rather than getting, you know, these broken off while you're trying to fight a guy. The rider ticket is really small, doesn't really fit in these hands. That's why I'm not displaying it. That's why I'm not showing it off. In a sense, the figure set is wonderful. I have nothing bad against it. It's bad that this thing took 25 minutes just to put it together to show you guys what it's all about. And it's just difficult. It's kind of difficult trying to do it. I'm not like really into editing. I don't enjoy editing. I just like displaying the thing and just taking time is what it is. So I'm just gonna end it here. Hope you liked the review. Hope you at least like seeing the figure, the display of it. I'll say before I go, it's at least I'm on a scale from 1 to 10. I'm gonna give it a good 8. A good 8 for that. It's an exclusive figure set. Comes with all the main forms, and it's freaking chrome. I'm not gonna lie. I love the chrome. So I'll see you later, YouTube. Bye.